A lot has changed since my last video. I quit my afternoon job and I decided to completely redesign my home office. So in today's video, I'll guide you through the entire revamp process that transformed my workspace from this to this. If you've watched the previous episode, I had already mentioned a series of key products for the new redesign. Thanks Grovemade and the Wood Veneer Hub for trusting me and sending them over. You can find the links in the video description. The first stage of the redesign was to plan where and how to hang everything. To do this, I took the measurements of my room and created an accurate scaled representation of it in Blender. Once I had a better idea of how the space would look like with the new articles, I took everything down from the walls so I could begin to patch the holes. Before starting to paint, I calculated and made all the necessary holes in advance to avoid ruining the paint later on. Knowing that I was going to place 3 panels on the wall, I calculated an equal distance between them. Then I established a good height for the first shelf that was easily accessible for me. I used the tape trick to easily mark where to make the holes in the wall. And most importantly, I used a detector to avoid electric cables or steel bars. Another trick to nail the depth of the hole is to use tape on the drill bit to mark the length of the dowel. Once I knew the height of both shelves, I started cutting the panels. One was damaged during shipping, so I used that for the taller shelf. A circular table saw would have been better to cut it, however I only own this jigsaw. The cut wasn't perfectly smooth, but nothing that can be fixed with a sander. To hang the panels on the wall, I was thinking of another solution that didn't imply damaging the panels or gluing them to the wall. So, after searching at the local hardware store, I found these closet hangers, and they were just what I was searching for. Buying them was one of the best decisions I've ever made. The hangers come with a screw hole on top that lets you level them or gain a few millimeters in height afterwards. There are so many advantages of using this system over traditional methods. First of all, you don't damage the front of the panels. Secondly, you can move and remove them easily. Thirdly, you can run cables behind them. And fourthly, you limit the damage to the walls to the bare minimum. I distributed the rest of the panels throughout the rest of the studio to preserve the aesthetics. I recycled the cut parts and hung them on the back wall to create a mirror effect. Once everything was ready, I finished sanding the wall and started painting it. I used the same Titan Pro 402 paint as before. With the walls freshly painted, everything started to take shape. I absolutely love the contrast between the deep grey walls and the natural color of the walnut. It gives off vibes that put you in an incredible state of mind just by looking at it. In the afternoon, I decided to assemble the new standing desk from IKEA. It's called UPPSPEL and it's from the gaming section. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of it. The only reason I bought it is that I had no other choice. Every other standing desk brand couldn't ship to where I live, so IKEA was the only option. The next day, I began to assemble the desk. For those who are not familiar with it, this is the carbide countertop, also from IKEA. As you can see, it bent right in the area where I lean to work on the keyboard. The standing desk is pretty solid, but it makes more noise than I expected. And the fact that it's on a soft rug makes it wobble a lot more when it's fully up. But it's my first standing desk, and I'm very happy with it. If you wanna see a full setup tour, you can watch my other videos on the channel. Now, it's time to decorate the shelves. I love seeing plants around my desk, but this one has grown too much. Trimming back plants is very healthy since it stimulates new growth, and you can easily propagate the cuttings if you want more of them. Back in my office, I wanted to make a change to the taller shelving unit to have more space for my plants to grow. So I took off the middle shelf and I screwed these rails from IKEA to the bottom of the taller one. Now I can let the plants hang freely on top and have more space for the one on the bottom to grow upward. Moving on to the desk, I bought a new pair of speakers. These are the Kanto Hue and I paid 250 euros on Amazon. I'm honestly not very impressed by the sound quality and I think that the Marshall Acton 3 sounds better. However, for the price point, it's a very good deal and I really like the clean and minimal design. In addition, Balolo released new speaker stands in walnut that combine perfectly with them. If you want to save 10% on your purchase, you can use my affiliate code on the screen. To brighten things up, I decided to buy the Philips Hue Go. At first, I hesitated about spending 80 euros on a lamp, but I found a very good deal on Amazon and I bought it. Now, I have to say that I'm really pleased with its build quality. It creates a warm and cozy atmosphere at night, and it offers one of the best seamless app experiences that I've ever had. To hold books in place, I ordered these bookends from Amazon. If you're planning on buying the Grovemade shelf, be aware that they're not meant to be loaded with much stuff. In fact, they only support up to 30 pounds or 13 kilograms, and if you exceed that, this could happen. Fortunately, nothing dropped on the desk, but incidents like this could occur. To complete the aesthetics of the wall, I decided to take a tour on Etsy to search for cool posters. If you're interested, you can find them in the video description. The setup hasn't changed very much. I'm still using the setup cockpit from Balolo and the smart holder to keep my iPad in place, and it's working great. The only addition is the headphone stand from Grovemade. And I switched the laptop dock to the back so the Mac sits behind the monitor without occupying more space. I'm really happy with how everything turned out. Compared to before, there are fewer plants. I was actually waiting for new ones to come, but in the end they couldn't be shipped to the island. I hope this video has inspired you to get new ideas for your own workspace. Let me know in the comments what you do for a living, just to get to know each other a little better. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.